What's up, everyone? This is my review for Avatar Fire and Ash, a movie that I was super excited about. It was my most anticipated of the year. I'm a big James Cameron fan. Terminator 2 is one of my favorite movies ever. Terminator is obviously incredible. I think Titanic is an epic, and I like the first two Avatar movies, so yes, I am a James Cameron fan. I kind of knew I was going to like this movie, and I did. I like the new character. The introduction of the new tribe I think is going to be awesome, and it really worked for me. The Sigourney Weaver character as the kid is incredible. They flesh her out a little bit more, and I think it really works. Spider has a crazy backstory, and they really flesh him out. All the characters, I think this one was more about the characters than it was living in Pandora like the first one. So it really added on to Way of Water, which is what I expected. And I kept seeing critiques about how this one was just Way of Water 2, Avatar 3. I didn't really get that. I don't think it really followed the same beat by beat that Way of Water did. Like, I understand, the introduction of a new tribe, the history of the tribe, and why they do all this thing, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I didn't really get that same feeling. So I do think these movies separate themselves pretty well. I did really like this movie. It's obviously an experience. You should definitely go see it in theaters. Go see it a couple times in different formats. Because I am about to go back to go see it in the IMAX. So I want to see how that's different. I only saw it in the Dolby. So I'm interested to see what it's like, even in the 3D, which I'm not really a 3D fan, but I know out of all the movies, this is the one to see in 3D. I will go see it at least two more times, and I will have fun. Like, I did like this movie. It is probably my least favorite Avatar movies. I think I may like it more than the first one. I'll have to rewatch the first one, but I did like Way of Water a little bit more. But this one still isn't bad. I do think that there's about 20 minutes that could have been trimmed up. This is the first time in an Avatar movie. Like, I know they're long, but in the other ones, I didn't really feel the length like I did in this one. This one does, I'm not going to say it dragged, but I definitely felt the 3 hours and 17 minutes. And there was a similar issue with Fire and Ash and Way of Water, where the constant back and forth between the high frame rate, it was noticeable, and I did see when they switched back and forth, and it does still get distracting. But I also had the same issue with the first one. It's not that big of a deal, but it is noticeable, or at least I noticed it. The Colonel in this one, I think, was awesome. I really liked his character. I think they actually added a lot to his character, and I'm really happy where they took him. All the kids are, of course, great, which James Cameron is a master at having kid characters be interesting. Of course, you got John Connor. Of course, you got Newt from Aliens, like, which I just watched recently. He's so good with kids. Whoa. But that's really hard to do, to make the kid characters not annoying. James Cameron somehow has done a really good job again with all the kid characters. I think they are super interesting. This one really focuses in on the characters, and I think it really works. I connected with everyone. I feel for everyone. Even if they are the villain, I still was like, hey, I feel for you. Obviously, looking wise, it's an Avatar movie. It's James Cameron. It's gonna look amazing. No surprise there. It is an experience. You should experience it in theaters. So go watch Avatar Fire and Ash. It is worth your time in the theaters, and it is worth the money. That's my quick thoughts about Avatar Fire and Ash. I am excited to go see it a couple more times. It's good enough for me to want to go back at least two more times. I am not disappointed in this movie. I definitely liked it. Even though it may be my least favorite or somewhere in the middle, I still really liked it. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Subscribe to the channel for more reactions, more reviews about movies. I also do some sketches. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for all my little sketches and skits and stuff like that. And that's gonna do it. Salute.